Have you ever traveled to another country, reached for a window to let in some fresh air and felt a small moment of confusion? Instead of pulling it toward you, you had to push it outward. Or maybe it tilted in a way you had never seen before. It seems like a tiny detail, a simple piece of glass in a frame, but windows tell a story. They tell us about weather, about safety, about culture, and about the quiet logic of engineering. In some countries, windows swing outward like small doors greeting the street. In others, they pull inward, as if protecting the home from the world outside. Why would something as ordinary as a window be designed so differently around the globe? Tonight we are opening that question carefully, like a well-oiled hinge, to see what lies behind it. Right here, on History of Simple Things. At its most basic, a window has three jobs. It lets in light, it lets in air, and it keeps out rain, wind, and danger. The direction a window opens is not random, it is a choice, and that choice depends on how people live, what the weather is like, how buildings are built, and what risks matter most. There are two main types we will focus on today. First, inward opening windows. These are common in places like the United States. They are easy to clean from inside the house. They are also protected from strong winds pushing against them. Second, outward opening windows. These are common in many parts of Europe and Asia. When closed, wind pressure actually pushes the window tighter into its frame. That makes it more sealed against cold air and rain. There are also tilt and turn windows, popular in parts of Europe. They can tilt inward at the top for gentle air or swing open like a door. It may seem like a small design choice, but it affects energy use, safety, comfort, and even how a street looks. To understand why windows open outward in some countries, we must step back in time. In colder parts of Europe, winters can be harsh. Think of countries like Germany or Sweden. Homes needed to keep warmth inside. If strong winds hit a window and that window opened outward, the wind would press it firmly into the frame. The harder the wind blew, the tighter the seal became. That is simple physics. Air pressure pushes the window shut instead of trying to rip it open. This helped prevent drafts. It kept heating costs down. In older stone or brick houses, this design made practical sense. In the United States, however, many homes were built with wooden frames and lighter construction. Inward opening windows made cleaning easier, especially in cities where upper floors were common. A person could safely clean the glass from inside the room. In the United Kingdom, outward opening casement windows became popular during the 18th and 19th centuries. These windows allowed better airflow during damp weather and fit well with brick construction. Rain would often hit the outside and run down instead of being driven inside. Building codes also played a role. In some countries, fire safety rules influenced window design. Windows needed to allow quick escape. The direction of the hinge mattered. Over time, these practical choices became standards, and standards became tradition. Let us travel across continents to see how this plays out. In Scandinavia, outward opening windows are very common. Winters are cold and windy. When a storm pushes against a closed window, the pressure improves the seal. The hardware, including strong hinges and compression gaskets, is designed to handle this force. It is not just tradition. It is engineering responding to climate. Now let us look at the Philippines. In this tropical country, heavy rains and strong typhoons are part of life. Many homes use Jalousie windows made of horizontal glass slats that tilt outward. These allow air to flow even during rain. The design helps cool homes naturally in humid heat. When storms come, protective shutters are often added. The window design reflects both the need for airflow and preparation for extreme weather. In Germany, tilt and turn windows are extremely common. These windows can tilt inward at the top for safe ventilation. This is helpful in apartments, especially with children. When fully opened, they swing inward for cleaning. The design is precise with multiple locking points around the frame. It creates an airtight seal, improving energy efficiency in cold seasons. Across the Atlantic in the United States, double-hung windows are widely used. These slide up and down instead of swinging. Why? Because they do not interfere with sidewalks or patios. In suburban neighborhoods, outward-opening windows might block walkways. Sliding windows stay within the wall frame. In Japan, many homes use sliding windows as well. Space is limited in dense cities. A window that swings outward could interfere with narrow alleys. Sliding designs fit neatly within tight spaces and reflect the country's careful use of land. In parts of Australia, outward-opening awning windows are popular. These are hinged at the top and open outward from the bottom. Even during light rain, they can stay open without letting water inside. In a warm climate, steady ventilation is valuable. Each example shows the same truth. Windows are shaped by weather, space, culture, and safety needs. So why do windows open outward in some countries? Because design follows need. Cold winds in Northern Europe reward tight seals. Tropical heat in the Philippines rewards steady airflow. Narrow streets in Japan reward sliding simplicity. Suburban sidewalks in America reward inward or vertical designs. Behind each window is a quiet conversation between people and their environment. Engineers think about wind pressure, builders think about materials, families think about safety and comfort. Over time, these practical choices become normal. We stop noticing them, yet they shape how we live every single day. The next time you open a window, take a moment. Feel the direction it moves. Notice the hinge. Think about the weather outside. That small motion carries centuries of adaptation and thought. A window is never just a window. It is a simple thing with a deep story. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.